Hello, and welcome to the University of Calgary's Rothney Astrophysical Observatory. I'm Dr. Phil Langell, Director of the RAO. The Department of Physics and Astronomy is honored to be part of this worldwide webcast. Let me tell you a little bit about the history of the RAO and what we do. Two University of Calgary professors, Dr. Alan Clark and Dr. Jean Malone, dreamt of an observatory they could build to do their research and teach astronomy. In their search for a venue, they were very fortunate to meet this man, local rancher and philanthropist Mr. Sandy Cross. Mr. Cross donated to the university land far outside the city with a hilltop that served as the perfect location for an observatory. A north-south line was surveyed and construction began on the 16-inch telescope in the late 1960s. Commonly referred to as the Clark-Malone telescope, this is the way it looked in the early 70s with the RADS photometer. And this is the dome that houses the telescope today. About 10 years later, it was time to expand, and a hole was dug for a brand new building to house two new telescopes. The 1.8 meter AR Cross telescope was designed and built at the University of Calgary. It is among the largest in Canada and is the largest infrared telescope in the country. At that time, a retired Baker-Nunn telescope was acquired from the military. It was installed at the Rothney, but had to wait several years to be brought into service. With an outdoor observing terrace and two trailers for a classroom, by the mid-90s, the RAO was a fine teaching and research facility. But big improvements were still to come. The first was a wireless internet link to connect the Rothney Observatory to the World Wide Web. After more than 30 years of service, the old classrooms needed to be replaced, and it was time for the Rothney to embark on a third important aspect of its existence, public education and outreach. With its official opening in September of 2005, the new Interpretive Center is more than 3.5 times larger than the classrooms it replaced and serves as home base for the Rothney's public education and outreach programs. The most recent addition to the Rothney's suite of telescopes and detectors is a 3.3 meter radio telescope designed to observe the motion of the gas in the interstellar medium at 1420 MHz. Today, the RAO is a state-of-the-art observatory with remotely controllable telescopes to observe the universe at optical, infrared, and radio wavelengths. The Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Calgary has one of the top astrophysics programs in Canada. Our students have access to an amazing array of telescopes and detectors, which they can use to learn the details of astronomical data acquisition and data analysis, both photometric and spectroscopic, at multiple wavelengths. These are fundamental skills astronomers need to study the universe. The RAO also serves the city of Calgary and surrounding areas with its award-winning educational and public outreach programs. School groups and youth groups of all kinds come to the RAO to experience an actual research facility, learn about astronomy, and get excited about science and technology. The University of Calgary hosts several events throughout the year to reach out to the community at large, but few events are more popular than the RAO's open house nights. Physics and Astronomy Department members and members of the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada Calgary Centre and the TELUS World of Science graciously volunteer their time to provide the public with interesting talks, tours of the observatory, and the opportunity to look at the sky through telescopes and learn about basic astronomy. Research at the RAO is being carried out by two teams. Professor Emeritus Dr. Jean Malone has been studying variable stars throughout his career and uses the wide field of the Baker-Nunn to search for new, undiscovered variable stars. He is also an expert in optical and infrared photometry and has been working to produce new infrared filters with band passes best suited to atmospheric transmission to produce the highest precision photometry. Mr. Rob Cardinal works with Dr. Alan Hildebrand, searching near the North Celestial Pole with the Wide Field Baker-Nunn for unknown asteroids in our solar system. In October of 2008, Rob spotted a dot of light dancing across his star field and thought he had discovered a new asteroid. A short time later, images from other astronomers showed his asteroid actually had a tail, and so Rob was the discoverer of a new comet. Next year, the RAO's asteroid search program gets a boost as the Canadian Space Agency launches the NEOSat satellite into space. Dr. Alan Hildebrand is the Canadian PI for the mission. So now you know a little bit about the Rothney Astrophysical Observatory. If you're ever near Calgary, stop by for a visit. We'd love to see you. And have a good IYA 2009.